What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralta. You can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt. You can find this podcast on YouTube for video and wherever you get your podcasts for audio, because we're always being brought to you by BetMGM. We've got two offers for you with BetMGM. That $20 offer to win $100, win or lose, with the promo code JUICE100. Plus, you've got the Pro Football offer. Get a week one $10 free bet when you place a $25 future wager for professional football. You got to opt into the promotion. Then you place a future wager for pro football, $25 or more, and you get a $10 free bet for week one of the pro football season. Make sure to read the terms and conditions before you participate in the BetMGM offers that are available to you thanks to our title sponsor in BetMGM. All right, so isn't it always the one that gets away that gets you angry? So I had a half a unit play on UTEP over with New Mexico State. And I start with the losing bet, the only losing bet that we had. All three of our one full unit plays cash. We get Nebraska easily, +7 for Illinois. We get the under as well in that game. Oh my gosh, more on that here in a second. But we got the under right for a half a unit there. Full unit on Illinois +7. Also the sprinkle on the money line, like I said. So personally, it was a really, really good day. 3-0 on that game, but 2-0 on the podcast. Then we get UCLA in a walk, -17.5 over Hawaii, and we get a 45-0 shutout for Fresno against UConn. That bet comes in at -27.5. So those three full unit bets all come in, so we start 3-0 on full unit wagers. We get one right for the under for Nebraska and Illinois, and then I'm mad at myself because UTEP -10 should have been the play. Once the 9.5 was gone, I felt like it's a key number. I didn't like it. I was mad. I should have just played it. It's 30-3 right now in the fourth quarter, and unless we get a absolute miracle, the under is going to come in. 58.5 is what we played. And that really, I'm mad at myself for that. That was a bad bet. So 4-1 on the day. And then we've got the Barbosa fight coming up here as we're taping. I need to get this thing out there because right now it is 10 o'clock on the West Coast. And so I need to tape this and get this thing up. So I don't know how we did in UFC, but it's a 4-1 start for us for college football. Look, I'm not going to be angry about that. It's up nearly 3 units already in college football. So awesome start to the college football season. I'm not going to get angry too much about that, but I wish it was a 5-0 day. Could have been. Instead, it's a 4-1 day for us here for the start of the college football season. So let's get into today, and I have the Woodley bet going. Now, there is some money coming in on Woodley against Jake Paul. That fight's a 7 o'clock Eastern time start on pay-per-view. It's a 4 p.m. start on the West Coast. Woodley is now +175. I have told you that I don't feel like that fight's on the up and up, but I know you guys want to have action on it, so here's what I'm doing. I am playing Woodley to win at +185. It's now +175. I still think there's value there on Woodley. The books are going to need Woodley. All the money, pros and Joes, are on the Jake Paul side of this fight. Now, do I think this thing goes to the cards? I'm beginning to come around to the idea that the fight would go the distance. I don't know if Jake Paul can stop Woodley, but I also don't know if Woodley can stop Jake Paul. So a part of me says this thing's going to the cards. I'm not going to bet that, but I'm beginning to think that might be how it goes. And like I said last night, I think there's a chance for Woodley to win the fight on the cards and for Jake Paul to claim victory. I just went, a full distance with this guy in the UFC, blah, 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 right? They can spin it the same way Logan Paul spun it with Floyd Mayweather Jr. So a part of me is beginning to think that that's a possibility, and neither guy knocks the other guy out. So I don't know. That's just kind of where we're going to be here for this, okay? So we've got 2 games I'm looking at here for the NFL. Week 3. I've not made a Week 3 bet as of yet because, look, at the time of taping, overs are 7-1 right now, okay? Everyone came in, bet the under, again, just like last time, and the unders are not hitting, okay? These are primarily teams playing guys who are not going to be a part of the roster, and if they are playing their starters, they're playing their starters in the first quarter or first half, and they're, going out there and putting some points up on the board against them bad. I mean, the Ravens won 37-3. That's on me, by the way. I should have bet the Ravens. It's just ridiculous. They go 3-0 again. Another cover, 18-1-1 over the last 5 years against the spread for the Ravens. I mean, they are an absolute ATM machine, and I blew it. So that's on me. Should have bet it, but I just had so much in play that I mean, if I had known I was going to go 4-1, maybe I would have bet it, but that was a bad idea. That was dumb. So that's on me. Sorry. But I do have 2 bets for us here. I want to start with the Raiders and the 49ers here. And here's my philosophy on this game. I really think the Raiders might win this game. But because of the offenses and because of the fact that I don't like the Raiders defense anyway, I'm not a huge fan of the Raiders defense when their starters are playing. And their starters are not playing, okay? So I think both quarterbacks for San Francisco will get decent reps. I think Garoppolo and Trey Lance will get reps. I think Lance might get a lot of reps, okay? And I think Lance could put some points up on the board, some real points. Marcus Mariota might have an opportunity here to get out there and show what he can do, and he may be auditioning. If he puts up some big numbers, he could be auditioning for another job somewhere else. I don't think either defense will be doing much here. And I think this is another one of those games where, like we've seen a lot of them here in week 3, where offenses are going to have some battles. The defenses aren't going to do a whole heck of a lot. The total in this game is 36. It's come down because the public is betting on it was 36.5 yesterday. It's 36 now. The public is betting unders because unders were consistently hitting. This is not one of them, I don't believe, okay? I think this is a chance. It's a quasi-rivalry game. You know, Oakland used to be in the Bay Area. Now they're in Vegas. So there's a lot of people who are going to be there supporting the Raiders who are going to go to that game. I think the Raiders are going to want to play and play well, and I love the fact that we're going to be taking the team in the 49ers to score points with a quarterback battle. So I think over 36, half a unit, is a good play here for the Raiders and the 49ers. We're going over 36 for a half a unit at -110, okay? Second bet, Patriots and the Giants. This is another team in the Patriots with a quarterback battle between Cam Newton and Mac Jones. Now, how much will we see of either quarterback? We don't really know, but they only have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. So you would think that Mac Jones would get a lot of work here against the Giants, and the Giants are playing nobody, okay? Joe Judge doesn't believe in it. They're just not playing their starters. And I think Patriots fans are going to get a load of their backup running backs. J.J. Taylor and Ramondre Stevenson are both going to get a ton of work, and they both have looked outstanding for New England. Big plays, big runs. I mean, look, Damian Harris and James White aren't going anywhere, but the 3rd and 4th running back for New England can really move the football, okay? The Patriots are coming off of a monster win where they shut out their opponent. They won it 35-0 against the Eagles. Now, I don't think they're going to do that again here, but the number has come down. It was 4.5. It's now 3.5, and I don't really understand why. Like, why are people betting because Daniel Jones is supposed to play a little bit here in this game? I don't that doesn't make any sense to me, to be quite honest. I'm very confused by that. I think the Giants are kind of a public team. Maybe that's why the number is coming down here on the Giants. But Patriots -3.5. I'm going to lay this here, okay? I think New England's defense, I think their number 2s and 3s are better than the Giants' 2s and 3s. And there may be something for Belichick to beat his former team. There may be something to that. And there may be some, hey, we're going to New York and we're going to go get a victory here. We're going to play in that building later on against the Jets. Let's go get a win. Let's play well defensively. And, you know, we're talking about no Saquon Barkley. We're talking about no Kenny Galladay. We're talking about no Kyle Rudolph. I mean, there's just nobody playing on offense, really, for the Giants. So I think they're kind of punting on this game. And I think the Patriots have a quarterback battle. And much like the Raiders game that we just talked about with the Niners having a quarterback battle, the Patriots have a quarterback battle. So I think both quarterbacks wants to go out there and lead touchdown drives. And I don't think the Giants give a flip. I think they just want to get to the regular season and just not be. I mean, people are high on the Giants, but not high on the Giants in this game. So for me, I'm going to take the Patriots laying 3.5 here in this game and get the Patriots to win on the road. And just to wrap up the postseason or the preseason heading to the regular season with some momentum and maybe a little bit more clarity on Cam Newton versus Mac Jones as to who's going to be the starting quarterback. I do still think it's going to be Cam Newton, but I think Mac Jones takes over relatively quickly. Okay, so we have a half a unit going on Woodley. We have a full unit going for the NFL for week 3. I will come back with a 2-leg moneyline parlay on the Discord channel. I will do that. Now, it might be, if I miss on it, we're now 10-5 on that. If I miss on that, I'm probably going to stop doing that, okay? 10-5 is still very profitable, but I think there's a big difference between 10-6 and 11-5. So I'm going to be glaring here. Sundays are always kind of funky. We know that, but I will have it in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get in there, or underneath me here on YouTube to get a link to get into the Discord channel. We had an awesome conversation, awesome time sweating games yesterday, and watching Nebraska get their butts kicked up and down the field. I mean, that kid who missed the extra point, if you had over 52.5, that is unbelievable. I mean, you can't script that. To miss 2 extra points, and Illinois missed a field goal as well. For you, if you had the over and we had the under 54.5, so either one of those kicks, they both had gone extra point-wise, wouldn't have mattered. But that field goal plus those 2 extra points would have lost our bet. So we got lucky on that. But it was a 51-yard kick in college for the kid from Illinois. But the extra points, you would expect those kicks to be made. Those kicks were not made. they were not made. So, man, that's an all-time bad beat to start the season. But the public was on Nebraska in the over. It's Illinois in the under because, well, that's just the way things go. It's why the books are the books. You know what I mean? So I had the money line sprinkle. That was a 3-0 day, and it was a really good start to the college football season. We have more games coming up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have a big week of college football all still to come. We're going to pace ourselves. I'm not going to go 4-1 every day, I can promise you that, but I will take 4-1, especially up 3-0 on full unit wagers. I will 100% take that every single time. Got a bunch of big games Thursday. It's Ohio State and Minnesota going after it, and then we've got Alabama and Miami on Saturday. It's just, there's a huge lineup, really big lineup of games all coming up in week 1 for college football. I absolutely cannot wait. So, all right, so the Barbosa fight's about to get going here. That's the last play of the night. It's a 5-rounder. I think it's going to go 25 minutes, so this thing's going to go. I'll update it on the Discord channel, obviously, to see where we wind up, but we'll take one more quick look at, it is 30-3 with 4 minutes to play. So the under's dead. So a 4-1 day in college football. Not going to be argued with it. Up, we are up pretty much 3 units in college football. Not bad. Not bad at all. Take it every single time. So again, to recap, Woodley on the money line, Patriots minus 3.5, over Raiders, 49ers, 36, and let's go with a 2-leg money line parlay coming up in the Discord channel later on today for the Daily Juice podcast. My name is Matt Peralta. You can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning right here on bettingpros.com. You find this thanks to BetMGM.